Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Supreme Commander 2. We've got an interesting match for us up today. This was a replay sent to me on Discord by Grey Dingo. And if anybody knows Grey Dingo, well, I'm just as curious to see how this goes as you are. Let's get into teams. So this is a 4-team free-for-all in sets of 2 on Tourney Dome. We've got... In the bottom left, we have Grey Dingo as the Cybran Blue Commander going triple research opener. Oh boy. We have his ally, his teammate, is the Red Cybran going first land, early eco, it looks like. In the top left corner, we have the Orange Aeon Commander, bless him, Strategic Lunch, going first air into double research. His partner is going in the Brown Cybran, is going to be Squirrel, as going triple research opener. Oh boy. In the top right, going quadruple research no mass opener, we have Super Serial as a green Cybran. Wild. That's a decision of all time. We'll see how that goes for him. His teammate is in the Cyan Cybran, going to be Marine Core, going double land open. And lastly, in the bottom right team, we have in the, I guess, the olive green. I always called it mustard as a joke. The mustard green Aeon, bless him, is nerfed again. Nerfed again. Going double air. His teammate in the White Cybran is Red Galaxy, going also double air. So we have one team going double air, one team going triple research and land, one team going triple research and air, or quintuple research and air, another team going quadruple research, double land. So this will be interesting. I'm interested to see how this plays out. We are going to speed the game up a little bit because I don't know how long this replay is, and I'd like it to not take 10 years. I don't know too many of these players. I've actually played against Squirrel a couple times, and I would say he's not a bad player. He's definitely not like high level or anything. I was able to beat him, but he does know some build orders. He does know how to play the game. He put up a hell of a fight against me on Desolatia like literally yesterday. So not completely new players. I won't say we have any pro super high level players in this game, but not any. We at least have some players who will be able to put up a fight. I was worried that this might just be a one-sided slaughter, and honestly, it might still be. We'll see. I'm not too familiar with Kit Kat. Say what you will about Grey Dingo, though. He does play the game quite a bit, so I'm looking forward to seeing what he does here. Meanwhile, on the right side of the map, we've already got an enormous engagement for... I say enormous. Enormous for 4 minutes in. Lots of air plays happening here. This Mustard and White team, Red Galaxy nerfed again, under some pressure already from Super Serial as the Green Cybran, walking in with some adapters and loyalists to try to harass this, but he didn't actually bring that many adapters. There's not enough adapters out of Marine Corps to deal with this much air power. Yeah, 2 commanders and a bunch of bombers like this, that is not nearly enough adapters and shield coverage. You're going to want to toss out some Commander AA. I was just about to say throw down an anti-air tower, but we've got Commander AA up for Super Serial, and that is enough to shoo this away because the Commander AA is incredibly, incredibly strong. Like, monstrously strong, actually. They're going to scout and see what's in the base here for this upper right team, for Marine Corps and Super Serial, and find double land and lots of anti-air. Radar going to go down kind of for free there, but he's going to lose a bunch of fighters for it. Yeah, 4 fighters for that. Meanwhile, Super Serial's base just completely undefended. 4 research, no anti-air. Yeah, gonna force his partner here to send some anti-air over to help deal with this because anti-air tower's gonna get bombed out. He's gonna start losing mass extractors. Yeah, Marine Corps. Not sure what the play was here, man, but I don't think that was it. Meanwhile, we have Aeon point defense under factory shielding coming up here for these 2 down here in the bottom right. Gonna start providing some resistance here while these 2 fight it out and hope to take control of mid. Meanwhile, we have a kind of a turtle coming out here out of Squirrel, but he's going to use that triple research to go straight into Megaliths with some air support from his ally, Strategic Lunch. Meanwhile, Grey Dingo and Kit Kat have pushed to the mid uncontested and held it. Grey Dingo also going to go into those early Megaliths. He's expanded into an additional 2 research. So let's look at the research situation here. Super Serial and Grey Dingo both on 4.4 research per minute here. And that's a huge advantage over pretty much everybody else. Nobody else is even close to that. They have more... Grey Dingo and Super Serial have more research between them than the entirety of this top left team. So that's something to be worried about. But it does seem that Squirrel's going to get their Megalith up first. We also see Tac Missile play coming out of Strategic Lunch. Going to harass down these mid structures is actually not a bad move. Going into air with some siege to break mass extractors, force out the adapters. Of course, those are going to get forced out anyways by the bombers. Grey Dingo going to use his commander to eat these Megalith shots so that his Megalith can kill the opposing Megalith more or less for free. Squirrel going to be forced to respond in kind here. Ooh, bombing the commander there. Not the play, I don't think, for Strategic Lunch. Commander has so much health. And these adapters here mean that you're only going to get 1 pass. Grey Dingo is eventually going to be forced to retreat here due to the pressure of the oncoming Megaliths. Now these Megaliths are going to go to duke it out here. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting fight here between these two teams. I think Grey Dingo definitely has the advantage here with support from Red's adapters. Going to mean that these TAC missiles and these air forces can't actually get too much done. That being said, we are going to see Megaliths trading in pretty even numbers here, and all of the mass extractors here have been shut down in the middle. Those are going to have to be rebuilt. Cicada already out for Grey Dingo, though, and that's going to be pretty rough here for Squirrel to deal with, I think. That's basically a 20,000 health shield to eat shots for the Megaliths, yeah. So we'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, we have gunships coming out of Nerfed again. Unfortunately, he's going to run them directly into a wall of adapters, yeah. And even if he didn't, Cybern can get Power Detonate and just completely negate all of this. Power Detonate will kill gunships, or I guess I should say Structure Detonate. It's a different ability. Cybern Guncom up for Super Serial, going to wipe away these point defenses, especially with the adapter support. Adapter support, in fact, and Commander AA going to be more than enough to deal with these gunships here. Red Galaxy and Nerfed again in a lot of trouble here, I think. They've just got the wrong matchup, honestly. Gunships versus Cybern is a pretty rough call, I think. That's not generally the play, in my opinion. Questionable decisions coming out of Super Serial, but you know, it's worked out for him with the support of his teammate. He's been able to just rapidly get that Cybern Guncom up and running and upgraded, and now it's going to be vetted from having kills. He's producing factories on the opponent's front door. This is going to be a hard fight here for this bottom right team, I think. Nerfian and Red Galaxy are going to be hard-pressed now to force these guys out of this. And if they are going to force them out, air is probably not the way to do it, gotta be honest. They're going to want to get to Brackmans. They're going to get to Sniper Bots. Sniper Bots, very effective against Cyber Gun Comms if you can get enough numbers up to do it. Meanwhile, we continue to see the siege here out of Grey Dingo and Kit Kat against Squirrel and Strategic Lunch in the top left. Squirrel ahead on the Megalith count, but not able to fire back due to the presence of this Cicada. Cicada is, I think, is at 30 seconds or 60 seconds of stealth generation. I think it may even be a full minute, but I can't quite remember. Nerfed again, gonna go down. Looks like he walked directly into the enemy front line here and died to the point defense and the Cybern Guncom. I'm not sure if that was a deliberate Control K or a desperate ploy. Ooh, and it looks like we're gonna see Strategic Lunch is just gonna call it quits. He didn't have anything near him over there, and I believe he's just going to Control K out. I have to wonder what's happening in the chat here. Yeah, I don't know quite why he surrendered there. I don't think he had any issues. approaching him. I don't think there was anything that was able to kill him. Yeah, no air units out of these guys, no artillery out of these guys, so he is just going to control K out of the game, and unfortunately leave his teammate alone to deal with this Cybern push. And he's got double the amount of megaliths, but the Cicada being here is an enormous problem. Squirrel going to struggle to do anything about it, and he knows it. He's going to retreat his megaliths. I think, honestly, you dive on this with the commander, you dive on this with the megaliths, and you hope for the best is about your only option at this point. But without a teammate, he's double screwed either way. Very unfortunate here for Squirrel that his teammate decided to call it quits without really providing any cover. No air coverage out here. No, his teammate kind of let him down a little bit, I feel like. It sucks that I mean, I get they were losing, but I don't like the teammate quitting out on him like that while they were still trying to fight it out. Meanwhile, Super Serial has pushed right the way up into Red Galaxy's base. His teammate has died, whether by deliberate Control K inside the base here or just not paying attention. But these adapters going to just walk on in with the commander. So we're going to see a right versus left situation, as we always do in these kinds of matches on Tourney Dome. We're going to see Grey Dingo and Kit Kat versus Super Serial and Marine Corps. I do kind of recognize Marine Corps' name, I think. I couldn't tell you how good of a player he is. Soul Ripper coming out. Now this, funnily enough, would probably be able to do something if you got 2 or 3 of these out against this Cybern Guncom with these adapters, but I don't think it's going to matter. Cybern Guncom going to just wear this out. Yep. GG to Red Galaxy and nerfed again. They put up a fight, but unfortunately the quadruple air play was just not it in the face of the Cybern Guncom adapter push. Yeah, that's going to be a brutal attack to hold out against. Squirrel not giving up. A lot of props to Squirrel here because he's not giving it up yet. He's going to run his commander into this back corner here with jump jets and continue to eke out an existence here to try to survive. Grey Dingo singing a Megalith out here to see what is going on. Megalith actually has pretty good vision range. It can see as far as it can shoot, so it's going to be able to get intel on what's going on in the middle here. They know that the opposing side has full control over the right side. They're looking to see what they're up against, and they're going to be up against adapters. Yeah. Not a whole lot of anti-experimental force coming out here. This Cybern Guncom can kill a couple megaliths by himself, but with the Cicada and everything else, it's actually going to be a much rougher ask. Last megaliths here for Squirrel getting picked off. Now, crucially, it's worth noting that while Grey Dingo and Kit Kat do have the advantage at the moment in terms of resources, I think it looks like they're roughly ahead on mass income. They're ahead on energy float for sure. They are a little bit behind on research, and these guys don't have Cockroach in their back line looking to cause them problems. Because make no mistake, if Squirrel is allowed to live, look at what he's building here. He's going to build nukes or artillery or something else annoying, right? He's going to do something to mess with these guys. Now, they don't have to worry about him just yet, but eventually. Whereas these guys, full reign over their side of the map. So now it's a question of whether or not Super Serial and Marine Corps can put up a defense in time to hold out against this Megalith push. Megalith Cicada is an incredibly effective just attack all around. It's got plenty of damage output for this stage of the game. You can't really shoot back at it because the Cicada can sit outside of mobile missile launcher range in the back with still providing the stealth field to the surrounding units. We're going to have air scouts out of Grey Dingo now. So just a couple fighters. We are going to have megaliths of our own going up here for Marine Corps, but crucially Super Serial is actually going to go into Soul Rippers. Grey Dingo, I believe, is going to spot that though. That fighter should have given enough vision range to see that. We're going to see the air transition, I think, which is interesting. It is going to be enough to kill this, right? Versus the Megalith Cicada. Soul Rippers can provide an defense while there's no effective anti-air up and running, and let's be real, there's not. Soul Rippers do have enough anti-air on them that if you only have a couple fighters or a couple adapters, they're just going to kill it. That being said, there's already a pretty critical mass here of Megaliths on their front doorstep, I don't know that they're going to be able to do anything about it. We'll see. Yeah, these Megaliths going to just walk right on up in here for free. First Soul Ripper is out. It can start to wear this down. The Megalith AA is going to be slow to kill his Soul Ripper, so even if he can't finish it off, he can at least get some good damage in. Loyalist going to jump on top of this, trying to help kill these damn cicadas. Ooh, Grey Dingo has Air Forces, though. He saw that. He did, in fact, scout that Soul Ripper earlier, and is going to get prepped and ready for it. So he's just going to shoot this Soul Ripper down. Yeah. Soul Ripper's going to go down. Looking like a pretty cut and dry wash here for the left side team. Yeah, going to say this is a bit of an imbalanced matchup. Not necessarily the most exciting game in the world, but it was a fun, quick FFA at the very least. I was hoping to see some more serious resistance out of this right side team, give us a bit of an epic, drawn-out fight here. But yeah, at the very least, it's going to go down to show just a Megalith Cicada. If you are in doubt as to what to do as Cybern, who's gone for land forces, Megalith Cicada is an incredibly effective combination, especially with any form of air support out of your team. Bomb Bouncer here for good measure, also going to be a pretty rough unit to deal with. Any close range, smaller land unit's going to be pretty much unable to deal with this now, thanks to that Bomb Bouncer. Bomb Bouncer explosion ability going to mean that this is a pretty rough ask. Another Soul Ripper is going to get out here. Going to clean up these Megaliths, but we now have Cybern Artie coming across out of Kit Kat. Yep, Marine Corps, I believe, gonna just call it quits there. Gonna throw out the Control K. Gonna give the GG, hopefully. Sure enough, we have nukes coming up in the back lines here for Squirrel. We knew it was coming. Very funny. And the attack missiles on the nuke gonna be mildly irritating, but unfortunately, once the Air Forces get pulled over here, it is gonna very quickly handle this problem. Super Serial not giving up just yet. He's alive with his gun commander and a Soul Ripper. But he's going to call it quits there. Squirrel going to get bombed out by the Air Forces. Very fast FFA between these four teams here. GG's to Grey Dingo and Kit Kat for pretty much just sweeping and clearing every team away here. I get the sense this is a bit of an imbalanced matchup, but GG's nonetheless. And if you guys want to see more free-for-alls cast on Subcom, because there aren't too many of them out there, don't forget to send me your replays. Thank you everybody so much for watching. We'll see you in the next video. Cheers.